body right now because they're nervous. They can actually kind of retract and put them in a little pocket. All right, so welcome to the Marine Life Center if you've never been here before. We have all local Salish sea life like this giant Pacific octopus. And this is the largest species of octopus in the world. Enteroctopus delphini, not the newest frilled species, which we do share territory with, all the way up to Alaska. If you've never heard of the frilled giant, definitely check them out. Frilled giants are slightly smaller. They have forked horns and more folds or papillae along their mantle. I think they're absolutely lovely. And last year we had one come up in our pots that looked like it may have been a crossbreed between the regular giant and the frilled, and it actually went to Seattle Aquarium. So if you've seen the giants that were at Seattle Aquarium in the last year, you met one of those octopuses that was potentially part frilled octopus. So this giant Pacific octopus is only about 15 pounds. This is a confirmed male. We know because on the third right arm they are lacking about 100 suction cups. That makes it a male. It's called a hectocotylized arm or hectocotylus. That is used in reproduction to keep him as far away from the female as possible by handing her the packet of gametes that she needs to fertilize her eggs. So all 80,000 or more eggs based on the size of the female. 80,000 is for a very small female giant Pacific octopus. At 15 pounds, he's not even half grown. The largest one ever found was over 600 pounds and 35 feet long. That was in the Tacoma Narrows and probably was feasting on nothing but Dungeness crab and spot prawns and shrimp or fish or whatever else they could find that was delicious and top notch. Same kind of stuff we want to eat. So they're not going to eat things like sea cucumbers or starfish or urchins. They really want the good stuff. And Sherlock here was named Sherlock because he really likes puzzles. We are teaching him as much as we can in the short time he will stay here. He was brought to us as a nuisance animal. He was caught in the commercial shrimp pots at the very beginning of the commercial shrimp season right here in the islands. Commercial shrimping happens at like something like 1,000 or more feet, and he was smaller and just enjoying all the spot prawns he can handle. And then the shrimpers, of course, pull him up, and if they send him right back out, they just keep catching the same octopus over and over because they're pattern thinkers, and they love an easy meal. So we take them in, and then we send them back out after about 3 months at the end of the commercial season, and then they go right back where they came from, and they won't get another pot near their area probably for a year, and by that time, they'll be 60 pounds and won't fit in the same pots anymore. So the idea is that we get them bigger, better, stronger, keep them out of trouble, and get them closer to reproduction, because only 3% of giant Pacific octopuses will make it to maturity. So out of those 80,000 or more eggs, 3% of those might make it to breeding age if we're lucky. So getting him closer to breeding age is ideal for keeping their species strong, happy, and healthy, because people do hunt these octopuses and other animals here like sea lions, seals, other octopuses, lingcod, large fish, will all eat an octopus. And octopuses are cannibals, if I didn't say that already. So that can happen in reproduction, it can happen at any point. So this young male is probably close to a year. They only live 2 to 3 years before they reach maturity and naturally senesce, which is like octopus dementia. And that's the end of their life cycle, kind of like a salmon. They reproduce and then they pass. So it's a one-shot deal, but while they're here, they are so smart. We've taught them to match shapes. We've taught them to match colors. Right now we're teaching him to associate shapes with an activity: star for feeding, circle for cleaning, heart for playtime, square for when we close up, and there you say, oh, where's this one? I'm gonna give him his cue. So he's gonna know, or he's starting to learn, that this means I'm giving him something that is for him to hunt, and I'm not giving him a tang. Thanks for not pointing at the octopus, my friend. That might make him a little nervous. He might think you're trying to actually poke him in the eye. I can't get you from there. You know what? I'm just Yeah, look at him get excited. He's got me already. What a smart boy. So soon we will offer a second set of these in his tank, and he can actually cue us with the same language we're trying to teach him, which is just amazing. He can get a crab out of a jar. He can take your toddler or infant toys and play with those as well. He likes things that have ins and outs, like a ball with a lot of holes in it, or like the rattles and things like that, things that move and things that make sounds, like anything like a rattle that has that, like something inside that moves and you can really feel the sound. That's something that would be of interest to him. So his 8 arms are going to work together to pounce on the crab, and then they don't have teeth inside their suckers like the squid. So he's going to pounce and then bite it with his beak, and his saliva is venomous. And he's got a tongue kind of like a cat and a snail mixed, so his radula, or his tongue, is also covered in that venomous saliva. So he bites the crab, and it stops moving after about 10 minutes. It slows down. It helps kind of pre-liquefy the crab, although it's already liquid. And then he will slowly work on popping open the shell, eating the organ meat first, and then if he's hungry enough, he'll go for all the leg meat. And then the starfish are in here to help clean up any little bits of meat inside the shell that he doesn't eat, because he doesn't eat the shell. And the crab doesn't go in his mouth. His mouth is just like your belly button, super, super tiny. So his little feet has to come out and take little tiny bites like this. So he takes about an hour to eat this crab, and he doesn't eat the shell. Unless it's soft shell. Actually, we found out for the first time ever. I've worked here 14 years and I cared for dozens of octopus, and I've never seen them do this, but we offered soft shell crab and soft shell shrimp, and he actually eats the shell when it's so soft. Which is really cool. Probably extra nutrients, which is great for him.